Am I the asshole for letting my neighbor's car get stolen? I, 45 male, let my neighbor's car get stolen. To be clear, I didn't set it up to get stolen. I just watched it get stolen and didn't say anything. For some background, I moved in this neighborhood about 3 years ago. My house has a one-car garage. I have a car, my wife has a car, and I have a truck. I let my wife park in the garage because she's a nurse and she works late nights. It's safer for her to park in the garage and enter the house from inside the garage. Side note, we don't have a driveway. Our garage opens from the sidewalk. It's a weird design, but we don't own the house, so we can't change it. Because of this, I have to park my car and truck on the street. It's no big deal to me, but it became clear very early on that it bothered my neighbor. The curb in front of my house isn't very long, so my truck spills over into the neighbor's curb when both of my cars are parked there. I didn't think it was a big deal at first, because I wasn't blocking their garage and it was maybe my back tires on their curb. Well, one night, I woke up to the sound of a tow truck. My neighbor had called to get my truck towed because it was parked in front of her house. It was barely parked in front of her house. I couldn't believe she called the tow truck instead of just talking to me about it. We had only been living there a month at this point. By the time I got outside, my truck was already on the tow truck, and I had no choice but to pay to get it out. It was a big ordeal. I immediately confronted her about it, and she just pointed to a small, handwritten sign on her garage door. It was written on regular notebook paper with ink pen. It said, "Don't park on my curb. I will call tow." I wasn't even parked near her garage. She walked in the house and just shut the door. From that point, she set the tone for our neighborly relationship. One night, I heard someone breaking into a car that was parked on the street. I got up and looked out the window and saw it was her car. I just watched them break into it, hotwire it, and drive off. It took no longer than 5 minutes. I didn't say a thing. I called my wife and told her to let me know when she gets home so I can be awake to make sure she's safe because people are breaking into cars out here. The next morning, I heard my neighbor scream and start crying. She came knocking on my door asking if I'd seen anything. I said, "Don't you ever come knock on my door again," and slammed the door in her face. So what do you think? Am I the asshole?